The coaching carousel is always unpredictable, but this Sunday took things to another level. 3 American Conference coaches were hired away by SEC programs, and Eric Morris had already been locked down by Oklahoma State earlier on Tuesday. This wasn't the result of turmoil inside the league. It was simple. These coaches were winning big, and the SEC moved fast to get them. Black Sunday became the moment the Americans' best were pulled upwards by their own success. Let's discuss the most cinematic conference and what happened this past weekend. Let's begin with Eric Morris. He's had one of the clearest developmental patterns of any coach in the group of 5. Everywhere he's coached, quarterbacks improve, and the offense becomes more efficient. He played wide receiver under Mike Leach at Texas Tech, where he developed a strong understanding of spacing, leverage, and timing, traits that translated directly into coaching. When he later worked under Cliff Kingsbury, he was part of the offensive staff during Patrick Mahomes' development and was involved in recruiting Baker Mayfield into the Texas Tech system. This gave Morris early exposure to how elite quarterbacks operate within the air raid structure. As head coach at Incarnate Word, Morris recruited Cam Ward, a low recruit prospect who won the Jerry Rice Award as a freshman. Ward's growth from under-recruited QB to one of the most productive passers in the FCS is one of the clearest examples of Morris's developmental influence. Morris later brought Ward to Washington State. As we all know, he later transferred to Miami and became both a Heisman finalist and the #1 overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Morris also signed John Mateer, another quarterback selected specifically for his system. Current Virginia quarterback Chandler Morris is yet another quarterback developed by Eric Morris at North Texas. This guy is a quarterback whisperer. Denton is where the Morris approach produced undeniable results. In 2025, North Texas finished 11-1 with the #1 offense in college football. They averaged 524 yards per game, were top 5 in yards per play, top 10 in explosive play rate, and earned a berth in the American Conference Championship game. Quarterback Drew Mestermaker had career best production in accuracy, efficiency, and decision making. The offense was structured, consistent, and scalable, not reliant on broken plays or gimmicks. And Oklahoma State needed exactly this. After Mike Gundy's exit, OSU was trending downward in offensive efficiency, explosive plays, and quarterback stability. Morris brings a modernized air raid system, a documented track record of quarterback development, and the ability to rebuild a program quickly. This is a hire based on proven fit, not hype, and without a doubt, it is the perfect fit for both the coach and Oklahoma State. And given Morris's track record of quarterback development, I think this is going to be the perfect move, and he's probably going to bring half of Denton up to Oklahoma State, and they're going to do big things in 2026. Moving on to our next move of the window, and another one of my favorites, let's talk Alex Golesh from South Florida to Auburn. Alex Golesh took a non-traditional path into coaching, beginning as a student assistant at Ohio State. His real breakthrough came under Josh Heupel at UCF and later Tennessee, learning how to maximize spacing and tempo. In 2022, he coordinated Tennessee's offense to #1 nationally in total offense and scoring, which later earned him the Broyles Award. His USF results included a 45-0 bowl win in year 1, another bowl win in year 2, and after 2 7-6 seasons, he led South Florida to a 9-3 season in 2025, bringing the Bulls back into the AP Top 25 for the first time since 2018. His team beat number 25 Boise State and won on the road at number 13 Florida. Offensively, South Florida ranked top 10 in scoring efficiency and yards per play. He finished with a record of 23-15 with the Bulls. And Auburn needed offensive identity and quarterback development. Golesh offers both. His track record shows consistent improvement in production, clear system structure, and immediate buy-in from players. Auburn gets an offensive architect with proven results. And I forecast Golesh will bring a herd of Bulls to Jordan Hare in 2026. Yet again, a fantastic move, despite thinking they were going to get a different coach for most of this window. Swiftly moving into Ryan Silverfield's move from Memphis to Arkansas, Silverfield's coaching journey began earlier than most. An injury ended his playing career before college, and he moved into coaching at the age of 18. His resume includes stops at Hampton-Sydney, Jacksonville, UCF, the Vikings, and the Detroit Lions. This was all before he joined Mike Norvell's staff at Memphis. As Memphis head coach, Silverfield posted a 50-25 record, 6 straight bowl appearances, a 4-0 bowl record, and consecutive 10-win seasons in both 2023 and 2024. His offense is consistently ranked among the top scoring units in the group of 5. And while he never reached an American Conference championship game, he maintained stability and production during a period marked by roster turnover and conference realignment. Arkansas needed a stabilizer, and Silverfield provides a consistent culture, reliable offensive structure, and proven development. He's a builder, and this is exactly what Arkansas needed after a 2-10 season. Despite Arkansas fans ready to run him out of town this early in the window, I still think Silverfield is going to be a good coach. Some can argue that he took over Norvell's team, but only time will tell if he succeeds with Arkansas. All right, and finally, we're going to talk about Jon Sumrall going from Tulane to Florida. And this one really was surprising. I totally thought he was Auburn bound. I mentioned that in my previous video, but Jon Sumrall has one of the strongest 4-year resumes of any coach in college football. At Troy in the Sun Belt, he delivered back-to-back championships in 2022 and 2023, going 12-2 and 11-3 respectively. At Tulane, he reached the American Conference Championship game in 2024 and again this year in 2025, finishing 10-2 in year 2. Sumrall's teams are disciplined, physical, and efficient. His defenses tackle well, they limit explosive plays, and rarely beat themselves down. His programs improve quickly because of the culture he brings, and players understand their roles early. Florida needed to build stability and identity, as that's something they've been lacking even before the Billy Napier era. Sumrall has delivered all of those at multiple programs, across different conferences, and with different roster profiles. It was one of the most straightforward hires of Black Sunday, but I, like many others, thought he was Auburn bound. And what's funny is the fact that he was calling Lane Kiffin to decide if he was going to take the job or not. And I wouldn't say that Black Sunday was a collapse for the American Conference. It was more confirmation. A confirmation that the conference produced 4 coaches with verifiable, repeatable success. Eric Morris built the #1 offense in college football. Alex Golesh rebuilt a 1-11 program into a ranked contender. Ryan Silverfield won 50 games without a losing season. And Jon Sumrall reached 4 straight conference title games. The SEC and Big 12 weren't really pulling off a heist. They were hiring the most productive coaches available. And if anything, it shows that the next era of elite coaching talent is coming through the American Conference. Will these moves mirror one similar to Tom Herman and Scott Frost, or something similar to Josh Heupel? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.